This is the first video of what I hope becomes a short series that depicts my journey from redneck geek to backcountry boondocker by means of converting an enclosed snowmobile trailer into a tiny off-grid living camper. My journey began a few weeks after I bought a jacked-up Jeep Gladiator in the summer of 2024. I sold my last snow machine in the spring, my kids recently took interest in RV and tent camping, and I had an empty flow two-place snowmobile trailer with a Bearcat clamshell cover just sitting in my driveway. Now, I'm not known for having Elon Musk-like grandiose ideas, but this was not going to be one either. Being mechanically inclined from years of breaking stuff, I figured I'd right quick insulate that shell and add some walls, so we could all go camping together. Just give me a weekend or two. Well, it's been a few weekends or months now, and I'm proud to say that I'm still almost done. Okay, so she's no Tiffin Zephyr, but she does go down the same highways as the best Class A motorhomes. Now, if I were one of them social media lights with a bazillion followers, I'd have paid a film production company to make my video all sunshiny and warm. But I ain't. Besides, my goal for this initial journey is to determine if I can make it through a winter night alive. And I'll even give myself a gold star if I'm not soaking wet when I wake up. So sit back and try to enjoy the show as I give the rig and myself a real shakedown this weekend. Alright, I'm driving through Waupun, Wisconsin right now. Only about 10-15 minutes from my departure point. But stopped at a quick trip, of course, to Wisconsin and made sure that everything was looking good in the trailer. Looks like everything is. So far so good. The only problem I'm really having is that my fuel economy is about 9 miles a gallon and I'm only going 65. Alright, so I made it to my campsite, Devil's Lake. No issues in the way here. We're expecting snow and sleet and rain in the next couple hours, so I'm going to get set up. This is my spot right here, near the bathrooms, which is nice. I don't know if they're unlocked. But everything seems to have hauled and made its way just fine. So we'll get plugged in, get some heat on, and I'll give you a tour. Bad weather started to roll in. I made my trip to Quick Trip to get some diesel fuel for the heater tonight, fill up the truck, make sure we're all topped off, ready to go tomorrow, or if we had an emergency tonight. So, gonna head back to the campsite now. Freezing rain, but nothing major, so we'll see how it goes. We're getting settled in for the night. Got the heat back on, just back from town. Little makeshift tarp action going on in the back because I don't have a rain fly or whatever they're called right now. I do want to fasten inside of the top and have it drop down outside. Kind of a recent idea I've got because my back wall isn't really waterproof. The side ones are, they're plastic. But it's just too low of a ceiling and it gets too hot if I don't open the camper up. So I prefer it open like this. And to keep that back wall in good shape, I'm just covering it with a tarp for now. But the truck is in good shape. And got my little electrical panel over here. It's still a bit makeshift. I haven't fastened all the wires. The skinny wires are 12 volt, so I have lights in the camper. There's my Viver heater down there, full tank of diesel. Another 5 gallons here, which would probably last me a whole week. But I've got 110 coming in from the campsite. Comes up into the panel in the middle big box there, 15 amp fuse, and then it switches off into the it goes over into the 110 to 12 converter, and that gives me my 12 volt lighting. So I've got 110 and 12 volt in the trailer, and yeah, we'll go inside here in just a moment. Go into the cabin itself. The tarp in the back, again, makeshift. That's just temporary. We won't leave that there in future trips. But nice and cozy in here. My bed and selection of food, TV, bunk bed up there. That's where I'm just storing my sleeping bag and clothes, fire extinguisher, and my cozy bed for the night. So we'll get settled in, watch a movie. I'll probably bring the grill in here, the propane grill, and give that a shot. Try to make a meal right here on the counter. My counter is adjustable height. I can put it at the very bottom level if somebody wants to sleep down there. Build another tabletop like this. Put in the top position. I can sleep two on this side, one up top, one over here, and in a pinch, I can do a cot right down the middle. So small but very effective little camper. Good morning. I made it through the night alive. Really wasn't that hard to do. Learned a few lessons though. The heat is too strong with that diesel heater, so I'm gonna have to find some kind of diverter and send some of the heat probably into the vestibule or even outside. It just cooks otherwise inside. I ended up turning off the diesel heater and switching to an electric heater, but I know if I'm living off grid, there'll be times when running an electric heater just doesn't make sense. Definitely need windows in the camper. Really hard to know what time of day it is, what it's like outside, hearing other people outside. Are they close? Are they far away? So definitely gonna need to add a couple windows and also a place to hang keys and shorts and shirts, hats. I had everything scattered all over. So a few things will improve before the next trip, but right now we're making our trip home, and so far so good. It's a pretty foggy morning. Roads are icy. Saw a car in the ditch. Actually, not even in a real dangerous part of the road. They must have been driving too fast and lost control in the ditch. And there's a big drop off. Big wrecker pulling them out. And got about an hour and 15 minutes to get back home. The trip back was uneventful. We're now back in the driveway and I'm getting ready to unload the trailer, but now's a good chance to show you how it's constructed a little bit. I have the cover in the completely up position, so it's not supported by the braces at the moment. I'll bring that back down, but it gives us a better chance to see how this all comes together. You can go in that way, but probably easier just to go over the top. So I do have a 110 light there when I'm plugged in. Used to use that a lot before I got the 12 volt working. Still have some work to do on the bottom side of the walls of the trailer to cover, but I want to fasten some netting, screen, and tarps, so in the summer if it rains I don't have to do the brown tarp thing again. In the middle here you can see the loft or the bunk bed. It slides forward when this is in its up position and it seals it off, so keeps it warmer in here. But when traveling, it needs to slide back to this position so that the top can close. You can see my bed here, table of course. On top, I have a garage door seal. That's what I'm using to keep it somewhat airtight between the walls and the walls. But seems to work real well. Blue tape is just to keep the bolts that are on there from scratching until I get wood on. This side does seem to fit a little bit tighter than the other side. I'm not sure why, but it might just be the way the driveway leans. Who knows? It works pretty well. So this is it.